What is going on, Internet? Another video coming at you from Redskins Rant. Hail to the Redskins. I am so freaking pumped. The Washington football team came in and beat the Philadelphia Eagles. We were down 17 at one point, came back, rallied back, and ended up winning by 27 to 17. Could have been a lot higher if Ron Rivera would have gone for some field goals. He hasn't been here long enough to know that if it was the other way around, the Eagles would have put up more points to run the score up because they're classless, and that's the way it is. But I'm going to go over every aspect of this game real quick. Give me 1 second. Let me bring up the stats. I actually have already filmed this, but I forgot to mention a couple things as I was editing it. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it up right now. So give me 2 seconds, and there we go. So Washington started this game, got punched in the mouth right away. They got 10 points in the first quarter. There we go. Just let me mute that. They came out, punched Washington in the mouth. Washington, they could have crumbled. They could have crumbled. They could have easily. This could have been like a 40-something to nothing run game. But Washington battled back. The defense stepped up. The defense got turnovers. The defense got sacks. I'm going to go over all the stat lines for this game. I'm going to talk about the Eagles' offense and our defense. So Eagles got 19 first down conversions. We only got 18 to compare it. Third down conversion. Now this is one of the keys to us winning. Third down conversion. They were 5 of 14. One of the main reasons we won is because we got off the field on third downs, and they didn't convert on fourth downs at all. They were 0 for 2 on fourth down conversions. They ran a total of 67 plays, 265 total yards of offense. 208 of that was passing. Now Carson Wentz did throw for 270, but he got sacked a grand total of 8 times. And kudos to my man Ryan Kerrigan. You got 2 sacks today and a fumble recovery, and he solidified himself as Washington's all-time sack leader. He tied it and then he beat it. It's nice. It's very nice, and I'm so happy for that guy to get it out of the way, and now he can just play football. So he should have beat it last year, but he got some dumb injuries, and he was dropped back in coverage a lot. Doesn't make sense. Now they just have him playing where he's comfortable on that defensive line, bringing the heat. So very happy about that. But Washington sacked Carson Wentz 8 times for a loss of 68 yards, and that's where you get the 208 yards of passing. Carson Wentz also threw 2 interceptions. He was pressured. Jimmy Moreland got 1, the people's corner, and then Fabian Rowe got the first one. That was a big momentum shifter. Near the end of the half, we ended up getting a touchdown out of it. And then Jimmy Moreland got 1 a little bit later, whenever it felt like we might have lost a little bit of that momentum. Jimmy Moreland gets it right back. And kudos to the offense that both times we forced a turnover, we put points on the board. That's what's very important, is that the offense made sure that whenever we got those turnovers, they turned into points on the other end. And for a while, we were going into the fourth quarter, we were down 14-17, and we missed a field goal early too. And then we just put 13 more points on and never looked back. So that's why we ended up winning by 10. Like I said, we should have won by more, but won't get too much into it. Alvin Kamara gets a touchdown pass. Nice. He's on my fantasy team, so I'm very excited about that. Rushing yards. If you watch my strong prediction video, I said 2 things. One, we're going to lead the league in sacks. We got 8 sacks. So far, I think that's the most in the league right now. And 2, we're going to be a top 5 run defense. They got 57 yards total rushing. And 208 yards of passing. I don't think a lot of teams are going to get a lot of passing right now, and to be honest, just because, like I said, defense kind of gets in a rhythm early because it's about assignment football, not about chemistry. And then the offense is going to get rolling later in the season. But I will take 57 yards of rushing any day. 3.4 yards of carry. We had a lot less than that, but I won't get into it. Red zone, 1 to 2. 1 and 2 in the red zone for them. Penalties, they only had 3 for 20 yards. They had 3 turnovers. 1 strip sack, fumble that Kerrigan. I think it was Chase Young that caused it, and Kerrigan recovered it, and then he got 2 interceptions. I've already went over that. Total time of possession for the offense, Eagles offense, was 30 minutes and 39 seconds. Not very much. It wasn't Very much. And the biggest key to this game was they found a way to minimize the impact of the tight ends and the receivers. A lot of the receivers were injured, but they found a way to minimize the impact of the tight ends. That was the key to this game. That to me, that's just easily the biggest key to this game. Was they minimized the tight ends. The running game was a non-factor. And like I said, what we have to do, what Washington has to do, is make them one-dimensional. We made them very one-dimensional, and it was to our advantage. The offensive line, that team, we were wearing them down. They were getting exhausted. They were getting tired. Some guys got hurt. I don't know if they're actually hurt or just tired, and their bodies are just aren't used to it. But we were wearing that team down. And it showed. It showed in the fourth quarter. We were throwing fresh bodies out there, and it like I said, definitely showed. And it was just exciting to watch. It was good to watch a team battle back. And I need to just turn that off right now because I keep looking over here, and it's two of my guys in fantasy are in that game right now. And then on here, I'm supposed to be watching the Arizona 49ers game, so I gotta get a little bit of info on the 49ers the Arizona for next week. So let's go over our offense real quick. But I love how dominant our defense was, and I'm pretty sure across the board, everyone contributed. Who had the most sacks here? Bostic had 1. Ioannidis had 1.5. Chase Young had 1.5. Jonathan Allen had half. Kerrigan had 2. Sweat had 1. Yeah, so it was sacking by committee. It was very nice. A lot of tackles by. Yeah, come on. I don't want that. Okay. So yeah, like I said, the defense did their job, and I'm just going to mute the entire computer. There we go. That solves that problem. All right, so our offense. I got to give some credit where credit's due. The Eagles, first off, Eagles' offensive line is supposed to be a top 5 unit, and our defensive line made them exhausted, made them look very tired. Now, they did have some injuries. That might be a part of it. However, we still went out there and punched them in the mouth. And whenever we were injured, no one gave us excuses, so I'm not going to give them excuses. Offense. Our offensive line is not very good. We have 2 new starters. Not rookies, but new starters, Wes Martin and John Christian at the left side. So you would expect the fact that their defensive line is like top 5, they probably should get as many sacks as we had. They only gave up 2 sacks. Okay? We had 80 yards of rushing. We a lot of those yards we should have more than that. But a lot of those yards were like just trying to round the clock late in the game. But we got 80 yards of rushing, 159 yards of offense. We had no turnovers, which is a big key. And I don't feel Haskins was like rushed the entire game. I just don't think anyone was open. He got sacked. They say twice, but one was he got stripped, and Jaron Christian fell on it, and the other one he legit got sacked. So one legit sack, a little bit of pressure here and there, but it wasn't nearly. If you compared if I showed you the game footage of Carson Wentz versus Dwayne Haskins, everyone would considerably say that Dwayne Haskins had a cleaner pocket than Carson Wentz. So I got to give our offensive line credit. They did a very good job, considering they've had no preseason. There's 2 new guys on the line, and we just did very well. And the running game actually had some pretty big holes that we gashed them at times. That'll come with time. I think that'll come with getting better. Offensive line will get better over time. And this is the real time we actually saw our players against anyone other than each other. So I think that's an advantage us, and I really do think that we took really good advantage of that. Haskins, like I said, didn't turn the ball over. He was 17 of 31, not very good, 178 yards, but he did get a touchdown pass. Like I said, he did command the offense. He didn't turn the ball over. He did make sure the offense capitalized every time off of one of those turnovers. And the offense put up 27 points. Not too many times, or not too many of us really thought that Washington was going to put up 27 points. I thought it was going to be 24-21. And I said, or it might be a little bit higher, 27-24. I was kind of hoping Eagles get that touchdown late so that I could be right, but also winning by 10. So not going to complain about that at all. But I'm very excited about this game. Now, here's the biggest takeaway from this game. Biggest takeaway from this game is the offense didn't play well, the defense played well, and we win by 10 points. So what's going to happen when the offense plays well? What's going to happen whenever, the hyped up Gibson gets more than, I just saw it, give me 2 seconds. Gibson had 9 carries for 36 yards. Not bad, 4 yards a carry. Whenever he gets more carries and he gets more stuff in the open field. He had 2 catches for 8 yards. What's going to happen whenever we actually get McLaurin to get behind the defense? We never took shots deep. We didn't take any shots deep today. None. Everything was like underneath. Everything was like quick over the middle, so on and so forth. What is going to happen whenever our defense puts up the same kind of defensive effort they put up today, and then our offense clicks? That's what I'm excited to see. And I think that's what everyone else should be excited to see. And come on, guys. I know some of you are out there watching this. I'm on like 4 different Redskin groups or Washington football team groups, whatever we'll call it, on Facebook. And my God, people were complaining and whining. Oh my God, I need to get rid of Haskins. He sucks. 2 minutes into the first quarter. Seriously, guys, relax. Okay, we're not anticipating. We're playing with house money. This is house money. This is a golden season right here. We're playing with house money. We are anticipated by a lot of people to go like 1-15, 2-14, 3-13, at the most like maybe 5-11. Okay, and we're coming out of it, and we weren't supposed to win this game. People thought we were going to lose this game by like 20 points. Okay, the over under, we were supposed to lose by at least 7. Okay, and we're winning by 10. So 17 points from the over, or from the line, or whatever it is. Okay, so what's going to happen whenever we put it all together and actually put a complete product on the field? That's what I'm excited about. That's what you should be excited about too. McLaurin didn't get going. We didn't get Sims got going. I mean, McLaurin got 61 yards. Sims got 50. Logan Thomas only targeted 4 times. And we haven't even gotten Gandy Golden out there, the Gandy man. We haven't gotten Cam Sims involved. We didn't even play Bryce Love today. So there's a lot of things that we still haven't thrown on here. And with a below mediocre offensive output. Granted, no turnovers was probably the bigger aspect of this, but very mediocre in yards and total everything. And our offense puts up 27 points. What are we going to do whenever our defense does this and we have all the weapons that we have and we're clicking on offense? That's what I'm excited about. That's what you should be excited about too. Okay, guys, it's the first game. I know I'm getting overzealous, and that's just who I am. I get excited. It's like I was getting pissed off because people were texting me about how bad we are here and bad we are there, yada yada yada. I'm like, guys, shut the fuck up and then let me enjoy the game. Okay, I'll get negative about the game after the game. I don't want to get negative during the game. And then we go on a roll, and then we handle our business. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is this is what I meant in my video about Washington having a different mentality, having a different coach, having a different voice. Where last year, being down 17, we probably would just given up. And we'd have packed it in. We lost 30-0, 40-0, whatever. It's not the case. Ron Rivera's not a quitter, and the team's got a different edge. And this is also something I said last year as well. If you guys remember a press conference that our ex-GM Bruce Allen said that the Washington Redskins locker room Washington Redskins overall had a very good culture. He said the culture is damn good. And I made a video saying you're confusing culture with character. I think Washington has a lot of good character guys, but the culture is garbage. And when you have good character guys in a garbage culture, you're not going to get the most out of people. Now that we have a character, okay, John Payne's going to work hard. Jonathan Allen, Matt Ioannidis, Young, Sweat, all those guys, hard workers, okay? But when you don't have a good culture, you're not going to get the most out of those guys. They're going to do their part, but everyone else isn't. So you're only going to have part of a team playing hard and the other half's not. That creates division, that creates dissension, so on and so forth. What the real key to this is with good leadership and a true culture, our character shows. And our character showed today. Okay? We're not going to roll over and take it like a bitch whenever we're down 17. We're not going to roll over and just take it. We have too much character and too good a culture being built by Ron Rivera to let that happen. That is the fundamental difference between having good culture and having a bad culture. If you have a good culture and you have bad character, culture is going to overrule that. Because either you're going to get on board or you're going to be gone. If you have good character and a bad culture, Culture will overrule that. You may do your part, but everyone else won't do theirs. It's completely different now. So I want everyone to just understand that this is what Ron's building for. He has a team now that's bought in, and we're only on game 1. What are we going to be on game 32 next year, or game 20, or whatever the case may be? That's what I'm excited about. The future's bright, okay? I'll be doing another video later this week, at least one. There might be a video where I'll bring up all the quotes that everyone said about us last week, before this game, and then all the things they said after this game, and kind of like compare and contrast the two. I may do that, just because so many people said we're going to lose this game, and people were saying we're going to lose the game by 30, and it's just asinine. And I don't want to hear any effing excuses that, oh, they had injuries. I don't care if they had injuries. I don't give two flying you-know-whats about that. Want to know why I don't care about injuries? Because no one sat back and gave the Redskins or the Washington football team excuses whenever they were injured, okay? Whenever they had injuries, about their injuries. They never gave them excuses about their injuries, okay? I never heard that once from the media, okay? So I don't want to hear that crap. Why is it the Eagles, all of a sudden they're injured, and they're going to get every pass in the book for losing and getting stomped by a division rival, but Washington, it was like, oh, they're just a bad team all around. Their culture is bad. Okay, but we can't get a word in for, hey, they have a lot of injuries. They didn't have their starting left tackle last year. They have no tight ends. We had none of that last year. I don't want to hear that crap. And the last thing I want to go over real quick is fuck the referees. I'm so tired of the referees and how blatantly obvious they are against our team. I shared it on Twitter. If you don't know my Twitter, it's Redskins Ranter. It's at Redskins Ranter. I shared a video where Dwayne Haskins is running and he slides, and he is clearly in the dirt, and they helmet to helmet hit him. 2 guys, no fucking flag. Freaking ridiculous. Now, we went for it anyway, so we got the first down, but we should have never been at it. It should have been a flag, half this is the goal, automatic first down, potential ejection for one of those guys, because that's a quarterback taking a slide. And we got a BS one. We got called for helmet to helmet, when in the replay, it's clearly shoulder pad to helmet, because the guy fell into it. It irritates me. It happens like this every year. We're going to get our franchise quarterback fucking knocked out of a game and have to play with Kyle Allen or maybe even Alex Smith because officials can't properly officiate a fucking football game. It irritates me. Okay? I know I'm getting very passionate. I'm going to bring the video in right now, and I'm just going to say we're 1-0. Sorry, I just hit puberty right there. We're 1-0. First home opener we've won since 2014. Let's go. Let's fucking go. We are ready to take this on, take it by the haunches. Okay? Hail to the Redskins. Let me know what you think in the video down below. Do you have any questions for me you want me to answer? What do you think was the best part? Whatever case may be. The last thing I want to say, I'm sorry I keep doing this, is I think our play call is a little inconsistent, but I think I know the reason why. They just kind of wanted to see a little bit of everything, so they had something on film. I think that's the reason why. That being said, I'm not going to get too much into it. I don't want to be Debbie Downer. I'm positive Patty today. So hail to the Redskins. Thank you for watching my video, and I do recommend everyone subscribe to this channel. I have 449 right now. You'd be 450th. Okay, you can be that person. If you already are subscribed, please share it to all your friends on Twitter, Facebook, whatever case may be. Hail to the Redskins. Have a good one. See ya.